This is the 5 tech things you should know about episode number 73, and we ask the question, why are you turning your smartphone into a laptop? Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to the 5 tech things you should know about for your weekend warriors in tech that don't want too much information overload. Let's get into your 5 tech things you should know about for this week. Well, it's happened. We've been ousted by a computer in Jeopardy. Of course, we've been pitting man versus machine for a long time, whether it be chess or whether it be Jeopardy or something like that. We got to prove to ourselves that we're evolving in one way, shape, or another. And of course, the computer is no different. This is the IBM Watson, and of course, Watson's been around for a little while here. They did a best-of-3 series between top Jeopardy contestants, including Ken Jennings there, and it turned out that the computer won every Jeopardy question. So congratulations to Watson. Now it's up to your next challenge, and that is versus Burt Reynolds and Sean Connery on Saturday Night Live. Can't wait for that to happen. I'm hoping it's going to be this Saturday. We'll see. Apple this, Apple that, Apple. Of course, we know that Steve Jobs is out with health issues. I'm hoping he'll get better. But Apple is really working towards that rumor mill once again. Rumors came out, they got debunked, they got rebrought. It's a mess. But the bottom line is they're saying that Apple iPhone, that there was a possibility there was going to be a smaller iPhone. But now Apple is saying, no, we want to do a lower-priced iPhone. Of course, when Apple moves over to Verizon, really didn't work out. Not too many people are biting on it. They're taking my advice and waiting for iPhone 5 to come out and then going on Verizon network so they can do something. Or maybe even looking at what's on there on Android for Verizon. That might be the better choice right there. But of course, the big news is Apple and their iTunes changed their subscription model because of Rupert Murdoch's The Daily coming out, which is a daily newspaper for the iPad. You'll have a weekly subscription price of 99 cents, which is pretty good. But now it opens up a whole new can of worms when it comes to purchasing an application for your iPhone, for your iPad. Now, companies have a choice whether you can buy the app outright or you can buy it on a subscription model. Maybe a weekly subscription model, a monthly, a bi-monthly, a yearly subscription model. Not daily, thank goodness on that one. But think about it. You could be buying yourself an app for $2.99 and then have to pay a 99-cent subscription fee every single month to get games, to get applications. How fair is that? This right here is what's called the AntiLaser. Scientists over at Yale University have developed this AntiLaser in case of an emergency. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official news and instruction. Oh, that's a different story. Anyway, lasers, and bottom line, they emit light, and of course then they read data from light. In this case, there is no light emitting item from here. They call it a coherent perfect absorber. And basically what happens is light waves are trapped in little crevices, and they're pulled out as heat. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go, if this is actually an energy thing, or if this is just going to be something you put into a CD player and play your next round of Disney movies on. I don't know. We'll find out. Everything's young, everything's new in this. Of course, the scientists don't have a practical application for it, but they will very soon. The AntiLaser is here, and we didn't even know it was coming. And now for a quick top 5 things that I learned this week. Number 5, it's okay to enter the Oscars in an egg. Mark from Work would have been really proud. Nanu, nanu. Number 4, Harlequin toads do exist, once again. Number 3, don't mess with Wisconsin. This course, I've been right in the middle of this. Hundreds camped out at the Capitol these last 2 days. And of course, nobody has been to school. The education system's going down the drain here. Number 2, Ozzy Osbourne talks about the dangers of LSD, and I quote, something like that. And finally, number 1 top 5 things that I learned this week. Justin Bieber and Donald Trump seem to have the same hairdo. Kind of like a comb over. I don't know. It looks pretty same. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the Borders, well, you better go get your cards and you better go redeem them now because Borders bookstores are closing. Not all of them, but a lot of them. In fact, I know 2 here in Madison, Wisconsin are going to be closing. So if you do have Borders book cards, you might want to check it out. Of course, they lost $74.4 million last year, and so they have to do this as a restructuring effort. There is a site over on AOL News that tells you exactly all the stores that are closing across the United States. It's a 3-page document in PDF format. You can check it out. I'll put the link into the show notes. But Borders might show a turn for how we're going to consume reading material, getting it from your iPad. The subscription model that I talked about from iTunes a little bit earlier, all of a sudden that brings a whole new level of reading to your system, because you can actually get a weekly subscription to a magazine or to a book. And a lot of these places like Borders don't really rely on their books. They rely on the magazine sales and they rely on the music sales. No word from some of the other bookstores that are out there, so like Barnes and Noble. Of course, they have some other options there, which is pretty cool. And well, we'll see what happens down the road. Still, you'll need to go somewhere to drink your coffee and read your book, even if it is on a Kindle or an iPad or something like that. So I'm hoping that not everything is going to go away. Of course, it's your life online. Back it up now, back it up often. Back it up off-site over at Mozy.com. Remember that code GEEK, 10% off that Mozy system. And of course, they changed their prices, $5.99 for 50 gigabytes worth of data and $9.99 for 125 gigabits worth of data. And of course, you can back up your documents, you can back up your pictures, you can back up everything that you need, the valuable stuff, so it's off-site. You can even back up on-site onto a USB drive, which is one of the greatest things about Mozy. They just came out with a new version of software, which does a whole bunch more faster uploads, so on and so forth. You can check it out over at Mozy.com. Enter the code GEEK. That's going to get you an additional 10% off that already low price over at Mozy. So back up now, back up often, back up offsite with Mozy.com. All right, finally, we asked the question, why do you buy a smartphone to turn it into a laptop? And it just doesn't make any sense here. It's called the Motorola Atrix, and of course, we saw a little bit of it over at CES. It's a smartphone that you get all by itself, which you can get all by itself. You don't have to worry about anything else. But if you want to turn it into a laptop, all you need is the special dock. You plug the phone in, and all of a sudden it docks into the computer, and you've got a full-fledged computer running a dual-core processor, which is pretty cool here. The Atrix is a Tegra 2 processor, runs Android, and there's a little question of whether it's going to run Windows 7 on the laptop. But once you plug it into the dock, you can get a full Firefox browser, you can get a full system there, and you can do some of the typing. You have a touch screen, although it's not a multi-touch screen. You can still move around by finger or by typing if you want to. Now, the prices are a little bit weird. The phone itself is $200. The base is $500, or it's $300 if you get a 2-year contract at $20 or $40. And of course, the $20 is a certain amount of data, and $40 is a certain amount of data cap right there. So if you're interested, go out and get yourself the Motorola Atrix. The phone price is pretty good, although the dock might be a little bit pricey for now. I would expect about $100, $150 with the 2-year subscription and $300 on its own. But we'll see what happens. The real question, though, is do you really want to turn your smartphone into a laptop like that, or you just want to buy a laptop and a smartphone? Let me know. And of course, that is the 5 tech things that you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. If you have any questions, geekazine@gmail.com. Check out the brand new show over at Geekazine called The OTT, everything about over-the-top television. Of course, we have the Day in Tech History and the Geekazine Weekly Podcast. Until next week, this is the 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. You guys take care.